I've been working on a project for my newsletter where I wrote a description, snippet, and social media post about Chameleon Shadows, The Pursuit of Derek, which is a fake book, and compared it to AI. The fake story involves Derek Jones running away from home. Joe and his friends are asked to help locate him, but the problem is Derek is a shapeshifter who can look like just about anyone. To complicate matters, a mysterious organization is also looking for Derek, and I'm sure they aren't looking to return him home safely. The first part of the miniseries, The Description, releases May 11th, with the snippet following on May 18th, and the media post will be on May 25th. You can subscribe to the newsletter for free on my website. I've also made progress on my real book, Future Shock, a young adult middle grade sci-fi fantasy story. I'm on the last round of edits for the third act, with the other two finished. Unfortunately, most of the final act had to be rewritten, so it is taking longer than expected to finish. To get that hype train moving, here is a bit from Future Shock. A woman dressed in Puritan clothing stood at the doorway. She stared at something behind us. She used her apron to wipe her hands. I turned around. I noticed Kit did not, almost like he knew what was behind us. Hundreds of distant lights marched single file towards the house. Kit kept his focus on the woman. "Ma?" he finally said. "Pa," said the woman. She ran inside, shouting, "Pa," again and again. Kit followed, and I followed Kit. Inside was a modest home. It was mostly a table, a couple of chairs, a kitchen, and some rooms to the sides. A man with a bushy beard, her husband, seemed to materialize out of the wood. "What is it, Ma?" the man asked. A second later, 3 kids exited a room. A boy, a girl, and another boy. The last boy, the smallest, looked familiar. I glanced over at Kit. His eyes were wide and his lips tight. I pointed to the smallest child. "That's you, isn't it?" I said. "What's going on?" Kit's older brother asked, clearly half asleep. The father bent to meet his eldest face to face. "Nothing to worry about. Take your siblings and go back to bed." But the father was too late. Not that it would have made a difference anyway. The door broke open as an angry mob flooded into the house filled with cries of witch, demon, monster, along with cries of fear and panic from the family. The father struggled against the attackers, but there were too many. The crowd overwhelmed him in a matter of minutes. They even managed to overwhelm Kit and me. Hideous faces, screaming and clawing, covered us. I covered my head as hands pulled at me and smacked my sides and head. Then silence. Deafening silence. I could no longer feel the hands or hear the frightened words. I slowly opened, and we were back in the lobby. Kit stood with his back to me, his head hanging low, his shoulders slouched. Are you okay, Kit?" Suddenly he whirled around to me, his face a mask of pure hatred. His claws came out with a snick. He howled a cat-like battle cry and charged at me. And if you're still wanting more, you can head over to Amazon and pick up one of my previous books.